So thank you everyone for joining me. So this evening I want to take us to understand that it's not good to lie because we are in the internet age. Okay? We are on the internet age. You can't just be taking people for granted. Mm. Okay. Yeah, the music is finished. So, watching from Senegal, wow. Osadebe would have been better music. Igbo be Igbo. You know the reason why I wouldn't play Osadebe? Because many of you wouldn't know. If I play Osadebe, YouTube will give me a strike. They will say I do not own the license to play Osadebe online. So they will give me a strike. John Okoye. Okay, Las Vegas. Bodiike. Thank you very much, John Okoye. So that's why sorry I wouldn't play Osadebe because if I do, I would probably get into trouble by playing that because I do not have the license, as they would say. Sylvester watching from Nigeria. It's good to know where you guys are watching from. Keep it coming. So this morning, I want us to be, I want us to really get to a certain number before I will do the expose of what I want to do now. Okay? Because what I want to do now is to basically show us the things that Tinubu had said before. The things that Tinubu had said before. Okay? So you can, for some many of you, you might see my screen. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I want to. Uh, okay. So I want to get to where I want us to see what I am sharing here. Now, what I'm trying to do is to show us what the things that Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, and that is going to be here. Okay, so I'll leave this here for now. I will come back to it. I'll come back to it later. But let me go back and do this. Let me go back to this and go back to speaking to us. So we will come back. I hope some of you have seen what I want to do. I want to expose Tinubu because it's not good to lie. Tinubu, I thought, was a good prophet when he said that Buhari was an agent of destabilization, an ethnocentrist. He was right. But you see, there is one thing politics does to people. Politics makes a man to be kind of impotent, to be watered down. Political correctness. The reason some of us still say what we say today is because we have no allegiance except to God, to our Maker, and to our conscience. We have no godfathers. We have no those that we can look back and say, well, I can't say the things I want to say because this person will be angry with me. Who cares? I say it the way I see it. As long as I am convinced that it is the right thing. So I want more people to join. I don't know if it's too late. If it's too late, we might leave this conversation for another day. But I want more people to join because we need to look into this. Someone is saying something. He says, Maaz Ezeoke, that is Uwe. It says, Maaz Ezeoke, I understand why people still talk about dead man called Buhari. Oh, you guys crack me up. God, you really cracked me up. Great job, Maz. You're doing a great job. I'm watching from Luxembourg. Ah, Luxembourg. You know, Luxembourg is one of those countries that give me faith that when eventually Nigeria probably gets dismembered, that we can survive because Luxembourg is less than 1 million and they survive. Anambra State alone is over 5 million. Imo State is close to 6 million. Enugu State is close to 5 million. So the whole of the Igbo nation is about 40 million. So what are we talking about? Both diaspora and that at home. And somebody is telling me that they cannot be a nation of their own. Yes, they can be a nation of their own. Yes, the spirit of the Igboners, once we are pushed to the wall, yes, we can create an enviable society that people will marvel at. Okay? So, I am delaying for more people to join us. If you like what we are doing, please can you give us a thumb up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please can you subscribe to my own personal channel, please. I'm begging us. To my own personal channel as well. You know, you can subscribe to my own personal channel. Let me see if I can find my own personal channel. I will share the link. If I share the link, if you can subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. My channel is my own personal one, it's my own thing. This is not Injunja Media, it's my own thing. I want you to, if I'm bringing you content, all I'm asking you to do is to give me a thumbs up, just to like the video, share the video, and one more thing, subscribe to my personal channel. And it's free. I don't charge money. My personal channel is free, you know. My personal channel is free. You can obviously, subscribe to my channel and I see if I can grow. So if you help me to grow, then you grow. You scratch my back, I scratch yours, isn't it? That's the way it works. So I know I do not have much video on my personal channel, but I promise, I would start creating content for my personal channel. Okay. So I think okay, I've got it now. So guys, hold on. I'm coming to share my personal channel and I'm going to show you what my personal channel, and I will share the link. So it's coming. Voila! There is it. That's my personal channel. Please follow me. Maaz Ezeoke. That's Maaz Ezeoke's personal channel. By the time I wake up tomorrow, I want to at least have maybe 1,000 subscribers. I don't know if you guys can do it. Create 1,000 email addresses and subscribe. So this is Maaz Ezeoke. Christopher Kletus from Istanbul, Turkey. Oh, that's good. And we have Henry AK Bossy. He says, haha, I don't know why you're laughing. You're laughing at me. You see, if you laugh at me, and if you laugh, okay, Liechtenstein, yes, it's 300,000. That's what I'm saying. It's less than 1 million. So it's 300,000. Do you know, um, only Owerri is over 300,000. And that is the size of of a country, and someone is telling you that people who are up to 4 million cannot be a country, that they are landlocked, tell that person to go and do one, that we are not landlocked. Hmm? Who is saying, please zoom it? But just click on it. I think you can click on it, or I'll ask Ginger Media to share it as usual. And okay, I say zoom it. Yeah, I've shared it again. This is my channel. I don't know how you can find it. Um, you know what you can actually do? Hold on. You know what you can actually do? I'll give us the name of the first video I've made, and maybe when you search that video, it can help you to find my channel.
Hello everyone, this is Maaz Ezeoke. Welcome to my vlog.
So that's
As I
me
promised,
talking there. So let me see if I can find the title of that. Maybe that's going to help some of you who do not know how to copy from the chat. But I think the chat should be, you should be able to copy from the chat and paste it in the channel, I think. But the name of the video is this. Just Google this. Google welcome to Maaz Ezeoke's vlog channel. That's this here. Okay? So that is going to be what you're going to see. Emmanuel Madu. Yes, I think I submitted a picture yesterday to Njenge Media. I think they published it on their storyline yesterday that the instrument landing equipment Enugu is ongoing. Okay. Oh, Maryland, from Maryland, USA, Nathaniel Okoye. Nathaniel Okoye, your name sounds so familiar. I hope to see you next time I'm in the Washington D.C. I was um in the Glenarden area of Maryland not long ago. Okay, so the Enugu airport, that is to Emmanuel, the Enugu airport is ongoing. We will try to update us in the next couple of days as to what is happening in the Enugu airport. The airport project is ongoing. Um, though on Friday I had some conversation with them, but I wouldn't want to divulge what we discussed. But the issue I'm saying to us is that the airport project is ongoing. Whatever else that is happening is my thinking, and this is what I'm thinking. Okay, so I am somehow waiting for more people to join us before I can start. We're still less than 100. Anyway, be that as may, I believe people will watch that after. So let me crack on. Let me show us what I am getting at here. Okay, so this, you're going to see this now. So this is this. Yeah. So I want you guys to see what is happening. Now, this is what Buhari and his party, basically, this is what they said. Okay. So they said that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national or a national leader of the All Progressive Congress (APC), says he's not responsible for a viral quote describing Muhammadu Buhari as a religious bigot and an agent of destabilization. Now, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because of the 2023 presidential election, which he is interested in, he is denying a quote that he made, a conversation he had with the US ambassador. Now he's denying it. People, how can a man of his caliber be doing this? He is denying it, thinking that many of us no longer know where we saw that story. Do you guys remember the WikiLeaks run and operated by Julian Assange? Julian Assange was in the UK, in the not Venezuela, one of the South American countries. He was in their embassy for so long because he was wanted for a case of rape in Sweden. Now he said he wasn't going to hand himself, that if he hand himself over to the authority, they're going to send him back to Sweden. In doing this, he stayed in the UK. He was the one running WikiLeaks. He's still the one running WikiLeaks. So that's when WikiLeaks leaked all the information. You see, one thing why some people sometimes I no longer write for this big media organization. I want to create my own is because they suppress the truth. How can the cables that I respect so much write this rubbish? Fake news alert. I never described Buhari as a religious bigot, says Tinubu. And people are listening to these cucumbers and this I don't want to use words that I will use now. YouTube will flag them off and take my videos on offline. But really gets me angry. Now let us continue. It says here that he never described Buhari as an agent of destabilization. According to the content being shared across social media platforms, Tinubu, a former governor of Lagos State, alleged described Buhari as an agent of destabilization, ethnic bigot, and religious fanatic in 2023. Muhammad Buhari is an agent of blah 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 blah. In 2003, Buhari contested the presidential election under a all ANPP, that is All Nigerian Progressive Party, All Nigerian People's Party, ANPP, but lost. Everything they are saying here is jargon. Do not, if you have read it, do not take them serious because there is nothing to be taken serious here. Now, this is where the issue is. The issue is that I am ready to expose the things, the lies here. Now, let's look at this. Okay, WikiLeaks is asking me to donate. I don't want to donate. Okay, so let's go to the top here. Let's go to the top. The top is, look, if you have your laptop, if you have your phone, if you want, you can go to wikileaks.org. Wikileaks.org. Okay? Yes, thank you very much. Someone reminded me that was the South American company where as Julian Assange was. That was Ecuador. Thank you very much. That's Ecuador. And God is good for life. You're watching from Holland. Holland is a very good country. I love it so much because I actually studied in Maastricht, and I lived in the county of Limburg. You know, I used to live in Belgium, in Cannes, in Limburg, and I had to cycle from Belgium to Maastricht to go to school. See, we have suffered though. We are not small picking in this world. Anyway, so let me get back to the issue here. The issue here is, as I have said, if we go to wikileaks.org, then you search for, just type in anywhere, type in Bola Ahmed Tinubu. You will now see under the title called, I can copy that and share with us. This is the title here. I've put that in the chat. It says the title is Lagos State Governor's View on Iraq, National Elections, and AGOA. Okay, so that's how WikiLeaks classified it. Because WikiLeaks that's what puts Julian Assange into trouble, because WikiLeaks got this document from the what's it called? From the I think that was when Edward Snowden leaked most of these documents. So they got this document. These are leaked documents. Tinubu is nobody when it comes to American diplomacy. So they didn't know about Tinubu or anything. This is documentation the Americans had that was leaked. Now let me take you. Grab your seat. Hold your seat very tight because this is getting interesting. Now let us read this line by line. Now, the summary of what they said is, it begins, the summary. Lagos State Governor told Congen and Das, that is the Bridgewater, that is on the February 16th, when February 16th, they wrote this report on a Friday, February 21st, 2003. That was when Bola Ahmed Tinubu was the governor, and that was when the 2003 election was coming. Remember, election was March that year. We have 1999 to 2003 when Tinubu was going for second term, so that you guys will have insight what is happening here. Now, he said they asked Lagos State Assembly to issue a resolution declaring that no new construction be permitted along Embassy Road on Victoria Island. Tinubu assured the Councillor General, that is the Congen, that is the American ambassador, that he will do all he can to ensure protection of councillors and diplomatic personnel in Lagos as the governor, as the CEO of Lagos State, as the one who is in charge of Lagos State, the chief security officer of Lagos State. Okay? He shared our views. That is the ambassador is reporting, because this is not like Nigeria. Ambassador goes to work, every single interaction that matters, they have to write it down, and these are filed in the secret memos. Okay, so they shared all this information. This is preambles. Here is where it starts to get interesting. Here is where it starts getting interesting. He shared our views that the dispute with Iraq relates to weapon of mass destruction, not Islam, and is confident that most of his co-religionists share this view as well. Even why they say co-religionists, meaning co-Muslims, because Tinubu is a Muslim. So, because what the Americans are trying to understand here, I'm going to probably take time to unbundle, unpick these things for all of you to understand what is happening in Nigeria and what is happening with Tinubu. We are going somewhere. So, what the Americans are meant by this statement is that they are unpicking it. Co-religionists, those who practice the same religion and the same faith with him. Americans want them to know that the reason why they have gone into Iraq is not about weapon. Sorry, it's not about Islam, but about quote unquote, that is when they lied to us, George Bush, Tony Blair, that Iraq had weapon of mass destruction. Okay, so now eventually Tinubu pledged to work closely with the legislators who will be elected or re-elected to the National Assembly to ensure passage of the custom bills, inaction on which has prevented Nigeria from benefiting from the AGOA. Tinubu disclosed anti-party for President Olusegun Obasanjo. But here, so sometimes when you hear politicians fight, you people must be circumvent and must be careful. But here, he said, he praised the Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, whom he has known for many years. That is the summary. Now let us go into the details here. Now, because it wasn't just a meeting, they went to lunch. During a luncheon, for those of you who do not know, Abunchi, during the time of Ikungazineza, Waka Waka for mouth. This is what happened. February 16th. Bola Ahmed Tinubu assured Consular General in his office to do all it can to ensure protection of consular. That is, we have seen in the beginning. Happy Sunday, my dear. Okay, so we continue. Now, Tinubu expressed concern about Al Qaeda's nominal designation of Nigeria among the countries that need to be liberated from the grasp of American imperialism. That is the wise thing to do. However, let me get to the one that will make you people that the reason why we are here, and I will search for Buhari so that we'll get to the one that he's talked about Buhari. And before I do that, that is starts from the point 6. Now, turning to the presidential contest, remember we are still dealing with 2003. Tinubu disclosed that he does not like President Obasanjo because he contributed to the end of democracy in Nigeria during his tenure as military president and is now benefiting from that history. So Tinubu is not in good books with Obasanjo. He said it, he was telling American Consular General, American ambassador, he does not like Obasanjo and he has never hid it. That's why he was in AD then, right? But he says, that said, Tinubu admitted that he and his party, the Alliance for Democracy, must support Obasanjo in 2003 for re-election. People get that. They will tell you, remember this same Yoruba will tell you, the same people in the southwest will tell you, we didn't vote Obasanjo in the second term. That is arrant nonsense. You can clearly see that in black and white. They voted Obasanjo in 2003. Okay? Now, let us continue. It says here, we must support Obasanjo. Southwest Nigeria is Yoruba land, and the president is Yoruba. That is a very, very, very tribalistic statement. Southwest is Yoruba. Obasanjo is Yoruba. Therefore, we vote for Obasanjo. Well, that is his right. That is where we have political choices. Because of that, Tinubu's party did not have any presidential candidate. They did not field in any presidential candidate. And more so, or moreover, Obasanjo is the only candidate who stand a chance. It's getting interesting. Now people highlight this. If you want to make screenshot, make. You can go to Tinubu's face and tell him that he's a bloody liar because he said this. You see it here? Obasanjo is the only candidate who stands a chance of blocking his rival. And who was his rival in 2003? General Muhammadu Buhari. Look at Tinubu's word. I quote, General Muhammadu Buhari, whose ethnocentrism. Can we define ethnocentrism? Ethnocentrism is someone who is ethnocentrist, someone who is an ethnic bigot, someone who believes in his own ethnic superiority against the others, someone who believes that his ethnicity comes first in anything. That's not my word. However, Tinubu discovers, because when Buhari is appointing all the military security apparatchik to be from only the people of his region, only the people of his religion. This is something as of far back as 1999, 2000, 2003, even Tinubu that formed an alliance knew that Buhari would behave this way that Buhari is behaving now. Yet, because he wants to be the president of Nigeria, he is denying the things. For Christ's sake, say things the way they are and damn the consequences. You can see it here. It's not me. It's not written. Here, cable. Sorry, WikiLeaks. It says here, whose ethnocentrism would jeopardize Nigerian national unity. So he knows that if Buhari becomes the president of Nigeria, that the national unity of the nation called Nigeria is in question. What will make that man, the same man, to go back years later to work to elect the same person as president, if not greed and wickedness? Are you people getting what I'm saying now? Let me pause this for a moment. Let me pause this for a moment. Let me pause this for a moment. I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it. If you want to go to bed, you go to bed. You can come back later and watch. Let me pause this for a moment. I want to understand what you guys think. What do you think? What do you think drove Tinubu to the point of going back to his vomit, having known that Buhari is an ethnic bigot? Not my words. That is the implication of what he has said. An ethnic bigot. Now, let me take some comments. I always want to make my sessions interactive enough so that maybe you have reasons to come back. This is not a one-way traffic. I feed without taking from you. Let's make it as interactive as possible. Question is, what makes you think Tinubu is going back on these words, these things he said in the year 2003? Your turn. I'll be waiting. Babate says, I voted for Falaye. May God bless you. Many of us did. And Just Think says, it's for personal ambition. And I agree. Babate again says, we didn't vote for Obasanjo in 1999. Kindly add number 2. Well, Babate. Go back. See, one thing I like about, technology is that we can always go back and look at the results of the 2003 elections. Eventually, because the AD did not, if you're talking about 1999, yes, but in the second term, AD had no candidate. So AD struck a deal with Obasanjo. Question is, why did he now in 2015, the same man he has already 12 years earlier, declared as an ethnic bigot, a man that would destabilize Nigeria? Honestly, I am short of calling Tinubu a prophet because that's what it actually is. He saw it. Oh, he saw this nonsense happening, and he saw it coming. So bring your comment in. Let me know what you think, Mazen. It's more of taking power. Well, it could be John Okoye. Tinubu was driven by spite and ambition. Equally, you might be right. Okay, Mazi, I have subscribed to your new YouTube channel. Thank you very much. It's not my YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel. Oseni, you're trying to bribe me. Remember your 2 keg of palm wine and 1 pot of soup as a restitution is still waiting. Tinubu is a Yoruba man. And what does that mean? What does that mean? Please, let's not get into the tribal jab. Please, I'm begging of us. This channel, what we are doing is to enlighten people and have a civil discussion. I invite Yorubas, Hausas, Efik, anyone to join us to have this conversation because it's only when we have a collective conversation that we can liberate our mind. But when we keep hating each other, hate does not allow us to see. So I would leave your comment at that, but I wouldn't think I would entertain such more comments because it implies that Yorubas are I don't know, but please, can we be more civil? He was the president. He is not going to get it. Oh, he wants the president. He's not going to. Okay, let me. Babati says he wants the president and he's not going to get it. Ignore American influence as well. Okay. So if you guys, it's only 8 people. I have how many people watching? I only have 8 people that like the video. I don't know if so. It means that the other people are thumbing down my video or what? Please, if you like the video, if you like the conversation we are having now, the interactive nature of our conversation, please can you just hit the like button? It gives me the morale to continue, to know that's the only way I can know if you like what I'm doing or not. It appears someone, oh, it appears I have offended someone actually. Someone appears to have given me a thumbs down. Oh, sorry about that if I have offended you. Okay. So, oh, yes, morale, 3 people. Thank you very much. So, now, shall we continue? Shall we continue? Thank you very much. That's all I need. Just tell me that you know that you like what we are doing, making it interactive. Eventually, maybe by next weekend or thereabout, we might have the opportunity for to allow some of you to call in so that we can speak to you, especially if we can make it via Skype. That will make them it make we make these conversations more interactive. We'll give you some minutes, you call. Okay, so stick with me. I'm working on it. I'll promise you, I'll pay for the software, I'll get the software, I'll allow you calling, I'll see your face, you'll see my face, and it's going to be in this way. See if I can let me see if I can do this. If I bring someone in, it's going to be like this. I hope you guys saw it. So that's where I think it's going to be eventually. Okay, so with Skype I can get someone in and we can all make it interactive. But by now I only have 17 people liking what I'm doing. Please show some love. So if I'm a pastor now telling you to pay tithe, so is that how you will fall my hand? You people are not can't even pay tithe. Huh? So if I ask you to pay tithe now, and if I do Uroboskata, Yamaha, Kawasaki, drum, 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 baga, 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 so you can't even give me something to go and drink pure water with, is it? Hmm? I'm not going to talk anymore until you show me some more love. Okay. Okay, I'm going to listen. I'm on strike. I'm on strike. Oseni, you're trying to bribe me with your comment that I'm one of the best YouTubers. No, I'm on strike. You must show me enough love to continue. How can only 18 people be? Do you want me to close shop and go and sleep? Hmm? Now, awful now. Una even self something will be free to just dash am the hard owner. Hmm? What if now when I open church, none of una go pay tithe? And I go swear for now. I go swear for now. Anyway, so now let's get back to it. But honestly, I want more of you to tell me what you think. Look, Mazi, Tinubu is Nigerian who is ambitious of ambition of being the president and should do anything. Okay, so please don't go. Okay. Yes, if you don't want me to go on strike, please give me a thumbs up, please. And while you're giving me thumbs up, remember to subscribe to my own personal YouTube channel. I've shared it before. Maybe for those of you that joined very late, when we are in primary school, we used to call you people Ndoje late. So those of you that eventually, let me bring it up again. That is my YouTube channel here, Ndoje late. So if you've joined me very late, and this is my YouTube channel, I will encourage you to. Yeah, now my spirit is up. I'm feeling like someone who has already taken 2 kegs of palm wine. Yes, Emisami. Exactly. Show me some love. That is it. Just some love. Because I don't know, next week I might go from Onitsha to Lagos and Tinubu will send his boys to come and catch me. Say, is this man that was talking rubbish on YouTube, exposing me? Because by paying, what's it called, cables and other people, or what they call the Yoruba media angle, they think if by doing that they would have cowed everybody. No, we cannot be cowed. Okay, so let me get back to this. Let us get back to this. Now, here we have it. You see here, Tinubu said again, moreover, Obasanjo is the only candidate who stands a chance of blocking. He's not even winning, oh. You people should know the words because these things means a lot. Who stands a chance of blocking, meaning he will block with cement. He will block his rival, General Muhammadu Buhari, whose ethnocentrism will jeopardize the Nigerian unity. My people, can I ask you now, has Nigerian unity not been jeopardized? Please, can you answer me in the comment section? Is Nigerian unity not jeopardized since Buhari came in? Chief of Army Staff, Senate President, Speaker House, President, SSG, or every single post, all the security apparatus. I wonder how come if you go to Imo State, the Commissioner of Police is not from Imo State. The name tells you the person is from. Go to Enugu State. The Commissioner of Police from Enugu State is not from Enugu. The name tells you where he's from. Go to Anambra, the same story. Go to Ebonyi, the same. Go to Delta. Go to Rivers. Go to Akwa Ibom. Go to Ekiti State. Go to Oyo. It's the same thing everywhere. How can we have a people controlling the security architecture of this nation and we have a lot of insecurity? What does that tell you, people? Doesn't that tell you that something is wrong? These people we are talking about, many of you live in Europe. Look, have you seen anybody that is not Igbo or Hausa or any Southerner that is living in Europe? No, you don't see them. How come that is only where you do not take exams, where you don't use competence to test somebody's abilities, where they head you? We have Shell, we have Ajib, we have Chevron. Why do you not see them at the top echelons and top management of those companies? Rather, you only see them in NNPC, where they share nothing but money and loot and squander every single thing in that place. Gosh, sometimes I want to get angry. Sometimes I want to get angry because anyway, calm down, Maaz Ezeoke, calm down, calm down. Yes, Nigerian unity has been jeopardized, but Buhari added salt to injury. You know one thing, I think Tinubu was a prophet. He saw it. He hasn't finished. Now look at the hammer here, what Tinubu said. He said that General Muhammad Buhari, whose ethnocentrism will jeopardize Nigerian national unity. He goes on to say Buhari and his ilk are agents of destabilization who would be far worse than Obasanjo. Obasanjo has been known to be a nationalist. Obasanjo looks for people who are competent. He doesn't care if you are from Anambra, if you are from Kogi, if you are from Ekiti or Osun. Obasanjo doesn't care. Buhari, if you are not a Muslim, neither if you're not a Muslim, if you're not a northerner, kai menene, I don't understand Kagani, I don't understand, and I trust this person. See, that's where we are. That's where you are, Emisami. How come you copied my line? Abacha is the only ancestor that is still sending money to his children. Whenever we are broke, yet the same Abacha didn't steal money. Oh, Nigeria, if I curse you, anyway, Tinubu and many other governors are therefore implementing a strategy to re-elect Obasanjo, partly in an effort to prevent Sharia from spreading. Suddenly, they are linking Buhari with Sharia. Tinubu predicted that the president will follow his own course if re-elected, since he will not need many friends the second time. And truly, Obasanjo followed his own path the moment he got re-elected. Now, for so many of you that fight Buhari, Abacha, Tinubu, Atiku, PDP, Tinubu, APC, they are nothing but six and half a dozen. They are the same thing. Let me now tell you what Tinubu said about Atiku Abubakar, because he knows Atiku made Tinubu. And he said, I'm speaking Hausa. Kai. He dey speak and me for Hausa ko. Tinubu praised Vice President Atiku Abubakar, whom he has known for many years. Tinubu warned that former military strongman Ibrahim Badamesman Babangida and National Security Advisor Aliyu Mohammed would try to discredit Atiku. That effort will fail. Tinubu predicted that because Atiku has the support of the governors and the National Assembly, elaborating on his knowledge of the VP, Tinubu said he has known and understood the VP even before his entry into politics. Atiku is a detribalized politician who knows where he is going and how to build bridges to get there. Underline these words. I give it to Tinubu. See, there are people I respect just because of their foresight when they are honest. There are things I give to Tinubu. Tinubu is a straight shooter. He is a master strategist. He knows it. He is one of the best talent hunters. Take it or leave it. There is no person in Nigeria that has hunted talent, surrounded himself with talent better than Tinubu. He knows it, he sees talent from afar. Oh, look at everybody that has gone through Tinubu. You see, they are still relevant to today. No other person, no, not they are not fighting. He tries this one, but it doesn't work. He brings another one soon. Look, every person, look at he come to the Yoruba land. Look at everyone that he has mentored, all of them still relevant. I give it to him. I do not begrudge him that. He has it. I do not begrudge him. I respect him for that. I equally respect him for his foresight. Look at what he wrote. Atiku is a detribalized Nigerian politician who knows where he is going and how to build bridges to get there. If not that the election was rigged, Atiku has already, because he knew that the whole of Igbo nation, the only man that had governed a state in the southeast has no single case with ICPC, with EFCC, not even individual is P2B. He knows how to build bridges to use P2B to get to there. He did it. He's a master strategist as well, but sadly he was rigged out. Now, he said that Tinubu continues that he expects Atiku will play a larger role in the next presidential administration, especially in economic affairs, while Obasanjo would concentrate on external. Of course, eventually it happened. We had Okonji Iweala. Suddenly we owed Paris Club, blah, 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 and all this money was written out. So this guy knows it. So the question now is, he knows all these things, but what happened? What happened? What eventually, look at it, that's the end. That's the area I want to basically read or not read for us is just the things he said about. So how can a man who said all these things, how can he now come and say this is fake news alert? Do these people think we are idiots? Do we look at in their defense, look at the useless and the rubbish thing they said here? Eh? Let us dissect it. Yes, Asiwaju Tinubu and General Mohammed Buhari, as he then was, were not in the same party in 2003, but they were not on each other's part to warrant any hard feelings in the first instances. GMB, that is Buhari, was contesting for the presidency in 2000, and Asiwaju was Lagos State Governor seeking re-election, which he got. GMB was contesting against President Obasanjo. The truth is, Asiwaju would even wish GMB defeated the dictatorial President Obasanjo. People, how can someone want to tell us something that is? And this is where I get angry with these useless papers. Every one of them, every useless story you craft and give them, they will publish. How can they be this silly? How can they be publishing this thing whereas they know all you need is freaking internet? You will get the truth. Listen, go and I'm telling you, this is not Maaz is saying, go and Google yourself, read it yourself. Go to WikiLeaks. It's called Public Library of US Diplomacy. It was leaked documents, and Tinubu is denying it. Julian Assange is not somebody you can bribe. If not, they would have probably paid $1 million for them to remove this. But you can't bribe him. That's why he's a thorn in the flesh of America. Because nobody can bribe Julian Assange to remove these things. You can't. If not for other things now, I would have even listen. If I do Bola Tinubu, what's wrong with this? If you do Tinubu, for instance, see, just go in there, you read for yourself. Even when he was predicting for in 2011 that the election, yet or this was 2011. Remember, Tinubu collected money from Goodluck Jonathan when he even betrayed his own candidate, the former EFCC chairman. Yeah, eventually in second time. Yes, he fell out with Obasanjo when Obasanjo seized Lagos State money. That's what is here. Nigeria potential for violence in Kano rising. Blah blah blah. Yeah. So you guys can see what I'm saying here. Now, if you want to talk about more, I don't even know Muhammadu or Mahamadu Buhari, because sometimes this is the one that is in the certificate is not the one we hear. See what I thought. You see exactly what I said. Now the computer is confused because we don't know which one we are dealing with. Are we dealing with the one issued by WAEC, or are we dealing with the one that he uses? So go back equally, do and look at Buhari. Some of these comments people don't know. Yeah, go back. Some of the comments he made to high-profile people before he became president. Everything is here. Take your time and read them. Read them. So, people, I don't know. I hope we have learned something this night. If not, the time I have spent close to an hour trying to explain and explore these things would have been a waste if we haven't learned anything. Information is power. We have the information, you have your mobile phone, you can use them for good, you can put them to good use. Okay? So, people, this is Maaz Ezeoke. I'm getting tired. And I thank you all for joining me. I will use the remaining minutes before it gets to an hour to, if there are questions, please ask me these questions and I will answer you before I call it a day. Summit Tinubu is not one you can trust. Well, that remains to be seen. African politician for political statement. Well, equally very informative. Thank you very much. So, if you like what we've done, the next time and hopefully next weekend, the week is always so busy for me, but I know for you guys as well. Maybe midweek or Saturday, Sunday, or we make it a continuous Saturday, Sunday. We sit back when we don't have much. Maybe Friday, Saturdays, maybe if it's much better for you when you guys have much time. What's up at Enugu Airport? Yes, the Enugu Airport is ongoing. Like I said, I had conversations on Fridays regarding the Enugu International Airport. So the airport is ongoing. The instrument landing equipment has been installed, and which I think let me see, instrument landing equipment has been installed. Those are the instrument landing equipment. Okay, so this is the instrument landing equipment. See, it's been installed. Okay, so you guys can see that. Yeah, instrument landing equipment. This is Enugu. This is our own Enugu International Airport. So work is ongoing. But one thing that is not happening is we do not. Again, this is the part of the radar, so that we have safe flights when we come into Enugu. This is it. So part of the things happening is that for now we do not have parameter fencing, and I'm not entirely happy with that. But I still need to make some confirmations about that before I do um, make videos about that and take the minister heads on. I need to make some confirmations because I don't want to say something and the minister will be like, Mazi, what you said is not correct. So I always want to be 101% correct in the assertions I make. Okay, so thank you, everyone. I'll read some comments, then we'll call it a day. Why is it that old men don't want to retire? It's because young men don't want to take over. See, the reason, that's the reason because many of us, you can't even go into politics because why would I pay 50 million to go and buy form to go and steal? I won't do it. So, as long as many of us, good men, don't go into politics, we only allow cucumbers, carrots, people who are not supposed to be there to be there. So, what do we do? Good night, my brother. Good night. I bless you and I say good night, everyone. Good night, everyone. And thanks for answering. Okay, thank you very much once more. So, ụmụnne daalụnụ na asị na ekene kene onye nyụrụ ahụ, ike nyụrụ ahụ, okene imi nụrụ isi ahụ anyụrụ anyụ. Ma ekene onwe m for bringing the time to be with you at the same time make a one for staying with me. Once more, Maaz Ezeoke. Peace out. Signing out. Good night.